Hello, Twilight Strugglers. Welcome back to Action Round Zero. We've had a couple weeks off, but now we're back. I'm joined today by Jarib Flores, and we're going to watch a game between Weiran Xie and Franck Rondepierre. Weiran is ranked number one in the world right now, and Franck is an old veteran, played maybe 5, 6 seasons of ITSL now. He usually makes the playoffs. He's a good player. I think he's been top 10 at some point as well. He's a little bit lower right now, but solid player. Um, Joined by Harib. How are you doing today, Harib?
Hi, I'm doing great. So nice to see this exciting game. Let's see what's doing the Namengwa nowadays because I have to learn.
You're relearning the game. You just mentioned that you'd never played Veron or Frank, or you said you hadn't. I played.
Yeah,
Veron has been playing in the lobby quite a bit before he joined competitive ITS. But so I played a couple of games with him, lost like three. But then I beat him in ITSL this year, so I'm quite happy about that. And Frank, I've played almost every year, either in OTSL or in ITSL. We've had quite a history together.
yeah. Maybe I play Frank, but I don't remember. So
Mm,
if we did Frank, sorry,
yeah.
but yeah, we're right. Sure, we didn't. So
All right. All right. So let's get started here. They played this game just a couple of days ago and managed to snag both hands. So we're going to see the game from Veron's side, but we'll have Frank's hand up there in the top right. And what do you think of this starting hand? Obviously, Middle East to start. And
yeah, it kind of remind me that 3-3-2 fashion that I think it was just over, but it's still there.
yeah, but I think
I
Frank's
haven't seen it
probably.
in years.
What would you do as Frank here? Is it Nasser or Sockgovs?
Mm,
I think I like Sockgovs and taking Italy to one and then cooing it. Um,
yeah, I like to take it, but it's always I don't know. It's always frustrating when you take it and the US just cook and get it back.
yeah. Plus, you give the U.S. Yeah, he's gonna go with Sockgovs. You get you
I
give
mean,
the U.S. a convenient coup because right now there's no convenient coup for the U.S. Right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what he does here. Uh,
yeah, I will just place maybe three there.
yeah, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. So now I guess you just coup if you're aware on, right?
Mm, well, you can try to get something in Asia, so maybe before just trying a coup, you need a really nice high roll. You can go try to spread to Pakistan because if the coup fail,
Yeah, if the
he could
coup,
bag Iran.
yeah, if the coup fails, it hurts. Uh, but you're
And
gonna
you
have to
lose
coup.
access.
You're gonna have to coup at some point, and you're not gonna get another chance on Italy. I don't know. Giving a long, hard think on this one, and I understand.
Yeah,
I guess he's also considering what if Frank has Europe and you miss this coup right now. It's a lot of EPs as well. If you just score it right away, I guess maybe you don't score it right away. Then you just take Spain, Portugal. I don't know what I'm saying. This is a big decision. This is one of those decisions that I talk about sometimes, where it's like it'll affect the whole game if you coup Italy here or not. It'll kind of
yeah, and
set the mood for the whole game after. It's the kind of decision I would make in like 2 seconds and then spend the rest of the game regretting making in 2 seconds rather than thinking about it.
So you should play Blitz tournaments. You have no time to regret.
The only Blitz game I ever won was my first ever Blitz game where I won on time by like 5 seconds.
So funny.
And then I've lost every single Blitz game I ever played. It's because I'm married to card counting though. Like I have to track cards, otherwise I feel naked. It's like, and you don't have time for that. So
Yeah, no time to track, but well,
oh
you,
man,
you, you track the main ones. So.
yeah, yeah. Big decision here. I guess you're convincing me to switch to spreading here.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know because Asia seemed hard to get, but it's not a bad hand. 2-3 and a 4. Um, well, you can try going to Pakistan. Something in Thailand. I mean, if you start with 3-3-2, I'm guessing you are trying to you are doing something like some trade. For example, he trade
Yeah.
socialist for scoring.
Oh,
Oh, that's more aggressive than I
yeah.
expected. But
I,
yeah, I was
I,
expecting some trading. Like, okay, I'm losing in Europe. That's why I
yeah,
play 3-3-2, but I
yeah,
get something.
yeah. And he goes for it. That's wow.
I get something else. So
So I guess now, if you're Frank, do you take Spain here, or do you? Oh, I don't know.
yeah,
Cooing Pakistan is scary, isn't it?
mm,
Okay,
I don't know.
this.
That's
Yeah. Okay,
a
that's a start.
yeah. It doesn't fix a lot. But
No, no.
it's like
Well, it does protect Italy. So now we're in that situation where Iran doesn't have a good coup target, and with Middle East scored,
yeah,
it's hard to see um, where Frank is going to place that's going to be a good coup target.
yeah. But now, okay. Problem now is another coup in Pakistan. Give him Thailand. So
Yeah, but if you make the coup, that's fine. Um, oh, gonna go for
okay,
space.
yeah,
That's I don't know about
yeah.
that.
Because
Is
yeah,
that playing chicken with you giving up the
I
Asia
guess
Dom? Yeah,
he don't want to keep playing the rest of the hand with a lot of obligations. So
yeah,
his European was like the last card to play.
yeah,
If he could with this European in
yeah,
Pakistan has nothing to follow up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
So I guess now you fill Spain, Portugal, event Nasser. Oh, putting one in France is
okay.
good too. Is there any way to steal Milops from Weiran here? No, he'll he'll get a coup. Oh, I guess if you event Nasser, you give him a good coup too, right? For Frank.
Yeah, I was just thinking if he will space decolonization, just try to hold it forever.
I think it's too early
Or
to do it on turn one. You gotta space that.
yeah, I think so.
You're gonna get some crap
You,
next turn, and Purge is unseen, and
I guess he's thinking about just taking France or space it maybe. Oh, that's risky.
I think if you hold one card, it's AI War here. Yeah, I like this,
Okay, yeah.
but Marshall Plan's gone, so you know you're not getting into Greece and Turkey.
Well, he can still coup Syria. It's not
Yeah,
common, but it's a way to get
yeah.
access
I
to
mean, yeah.
Turkey,
I
and
guess
it's
that's your mill-ups. Yeah. But with what card? It's going to be with Truman now.
yeah. You need to coup with Defcon Degrader to get more meetups. I mean, to not lose more VPs.
But I have a feeling Frank is going to event Nasser here, which is going to give Veyron a good coup target, right?
Well,
Maybe,
I'm not
maybe,
sure.
maybe it's not worth it. Yeah.
Middle
So
is out. I mean, Middle is out, so maybe you just can play 5-year plan, get one more car in charge too. Let's see. Yeah.
an interesting thing Frank could do is coup Iran with Nasser, which forces a coup of Syria, I guess, from Veyron. I think Veyron should space here though. Space decall right now.
Yeah, I think it's a. I will space vehicle here. Yeah, just because Resker um, and blockade. I don't like to have that kind of problem in Tier 2,
Yeah,
but I think he's more aggressive.
yeah. I mean, the
And
South
maybe
Korea
that's
play.
why he's the number one.
Yeah, South Korea plays super aggressive, but I mean, I like it. Like, I think we're sometimes a little bit too scared of Korean War.
Okay.
Right? He goes with that Jarib line. Can I call it that? I mean, you used to be number one for a long time, and now Veyron's taking your spot.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a big one. Wow. Okay. This has been a really interesting turn one. I like it. Um, Nasser discarded, and now he has access to Thailand. And Marin doesn't have a counterplay, I guess. And cooing with AI War here is scary, right?
yeah, I
But you,
think so.
but you,
I'm not sure. I mean,
oh
who
man,
with Truman in Iran is 2 VPs. So
Iraq,
yes,
yeah,
he's going for
yeah,
those 2 VPs.
yeah. That was well played by Frank. I like that. I mean, when you roll like that, that's really nice.
Wow.
That was a quick purge,
Yeah.
very quick purge. Did you see that? Like it popped up, and then he just pulled out purge right away. And Marin doesn't have a good headline other than no, Marin doesn't have any good headline. Um,
I guess Olympic.
yeah, I might go blockade, but
Mm. I think I will hold blockade
yeah,
just in case of purge.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, he got Olympic. But it's always annoying to lose in it. Uh,
And I guess Frank's gonna try to lower DEFCON as quick as possible. And yeah, I mean Varen's up 10 BPs. We haven't mentioned that, but this is looking pretty good for Frank now. This purge hurts. If you look at that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah, with the scoring, with Europe scoring this turn, seems better. You know, leading the board game sometimes is so useless, but
Yeah, yeah.
if you have the scoring, okay.
And now what do you do as Frank? You don't have, is it, you want to lower DEFCON, right? So you can,
Well,
okay, you can flip Pakistan. Yeah, that makes sense. I like
yeah,
that.
it's not bad. I mean, you can,
Yeah, that lets you hold maybe Fidel or hold UN.
Yeah, I would hold UN and Indo-Pakistan
Yeah, that makes sense.
War. So you take it and
Yeah, that makes a lot of
you're
sense.
sure that it's not going to be back until turn 7 at least. I mean, you could be more greedy and event in India, but I think
Yeah,
just
no, I don't think
better
you
hold
need
it
to
and
though.
event in next turn.
Yeah, Korean War's coming too. You know that, so um, you might get that Asia flip if you're lucky. Gets the obligation out, makes sense. This is also the mark of a good player. I would be trying to lower DEFCON here, just because
Yeah,
I would think that it's a hurry, but it's not a hurry because there's no way
yeah.
Veyron's going to coup anything here while being purged and down like this.
I mean, you can try to protect Panama, but then you are just making easier
Yeah,
to play the
yeah,
start for him. So,
yeah.
whoa.
Okay. So now what do you do as Frank?
Yeah, that's the problem of placing one in India.
Yeah,
That now, what do you do with Thailand? I mean, he's purge.
yeah.
It's not a big deal, but Japan is unseen, so I guess,
Oh,
yeah, I guess you
wow.
have to do that.
Yeah, I guess. And then containment lost AR, but huh.
Yeah.
That should tell Veyron too that Frank is going to play containment, right? Because that's the only card that you would wait with until the last AR. But this has to be a coup right now, right?
I think I just will
Nothing
take
happens.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Oh,
India.
presently it's Middle East. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're okay in the board, but you're 7 BPs behind, so you don't want to have a presentless region.
Yeah. That's going to be quite big. But um have we saw defectors turn 1, right? Did we see
Yeah,
defectors?
yeah, it was in Frank hand.
Thinking a D-stall. No, D-stall headline doesn't work at DEFCON 4, does it? Hmm. I think now Varen has to coup with this, right? Otherwise, you're giving 3 VPs to Millops unless you coup. That's a 5
Yes.
VP or 3 VP swing if you coup.
Right,
Or,
that's another reason to feel to feel Iraq
yeah.
because you don't want a 6 there.
Hmm. Interesting turn 1 and 2 here. A little bit different. I'm curious how Frank thought about this turn when it started. If he was going to hold D-stall and IP War, or if he wanted to hold. There we
Oh,
go.
yeah,
That's big.
a 6 or a 5.
Yeah. Oh, but he
Oh,
wins that war.
that helps.
Okay. Um, that's a lot of red low ups. Another purge. Oh, both sides with pretty weak hands here. Um, Frank has a CIA problem. And I think he's about to get purged too.
That that's one of those moments when you have to think about headline CIA.
Yeah.
Just get the factorate, or or at least just have a pre one action round.
So what are the known cards here? We saw Vietnam, Nasser, Romanian, and Purge. So the known cards are Blockade, Korean War, Suez, and US Japan.
Yeah,
And on
and I
the other
think
side, it's D-Style, IP War, CIA, Comic Con, Nazis, and Formosan Resolution, I think.
I'm not sure about Formosa, but
The
the
first
rest of
five.
them, I think.
Yeah. I don't see Formosan there, so I think Formosan
Yep.
is also known. Yeah. Uh, Not sure what Weiran is thinking about here. Maybe he's thinking about headlining Blockade instead and try to keep as many ops in hand as possible. What do you think of that?
Hey, Japan.
I guess Japan frees up Korean a little bit better. Like you're gonna have to play Korean here, right? And space Suez. Or sorry, Suez goes into Blockade, so you're spacing Korean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to stop domination.
Yeah. Does Japan stop domination? Oh, Japan does stop domination.
Yeah.
Okay. Very temporarily, but it does stop it, yeah. And I guess then
Yeah,
you
but
can
still,
you can fight
you have.
for sorry, you can flip Pakistan here if Frank coups.
Yeah, and even Thailand, that's better.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. Although I feel like Frank's gonna give CIA here, right? What?
Yeah,
No, he didn't. I would give CIA here if I was Frank, but
I guess
oh, he wants to keep
he's
his Asia
expecting he
Dom.
has no
Okay.
Fidel
Okay.
or that. Okay.
Oh right, CIA is safe. I'm so
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah, CIA is safe. So you can wait with it. Um,
Wow.
okay. Really fighting for Asia. I guess Frank is signaling that he has Asia with the play that he made, so although now there's only one unknown card, and that's De Gaulle. So, but Frank doesn't know that,
Yeah.
or sorry, um, Veyron doesn't know that Frank doesn't have a 4-up. So,
Yeah, but when they just one card unknown, if it's a 4, that's unlucky, but you try.
yeah. And I guess, yeah, this forces Frank to space Formosan, right? Because otherwise you're going to give the Formosan Dom. Oh, that's a big
Yeah,
one.
I
Yeah.
think maybe he played China before that, or also for that reason.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
So that's something I have to write down because I always forget to that
Yeah.
kind of place.
That might be the kind of thing that gets you to number one in the world. Those tiny little ideas, like, okay, now I'm gonna have, or for. I think Frank is probably gonna space Formosan here because he sees that, but um, makes it a little bit more
Yeah,
awkward.
but might you get something if he doesn't play those up. Yeah, I guess he want to play the Salinization to spread with the rest of his hubs. So
Yeah, yeah.
see a time. So Colombia here, Angola.
I think Angola, right? Oh,
Wow.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angola is better.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, because you get Zaire as well. Question is, how would you feel about playing Korean War here? It's 1-6 to
Worried.
lose it.
I would feel worried.
But it's 1-6.
Yeah, but it's still six, you know.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, I would gamble. I would usually work with a six, but
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if I would with Korea. Especially when you can hold it.
Or space it. I mean, I think the spacing has merit
Yeah,
too.
or spice it.
But other things that Weiran can do here, um, not a lot of ops to finish this off. And I guess you have to take,
Ooh,
wow.
yeah.
I guess that makes sense because Frank, again, there's no hurry with destall now because you're destalling into Central or to South America, right? Um, to Nigeria and South America. So
Yeah, and you still
taking
need
Algeria first is good.
influence
Yeah.
for this style, so just take one from there. Okay, that's before this start.
That was where I was planning.
Ah, okay,
That
that's
makes
another
sense.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes Formosan mandatory space now. And are we going to hold D-stall until turn 4? Is that what's happening? No, we're
I
D-stalling
don't
now.
like
Okay.
that,
Yeah, no, we're D-stalling
but
now.
yeah, I don't like just to play this style and to not spread a bit, you know.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
least in
it's scary if
action round 5 or 4,
yeah,
if
if
BOA is a disaster.
VOA or if Aaron steals the coup somehow, you just if you're in Venezuela and or Nigeria for that matter too. Wherever you de-stall into now, Aaron might be able to coup into with grain sales or bear trap or like you said, the uh, VOA. It's a de-stall delay when your opponent's playing de-stall and it takes an extra 90 seconds to do a turn or action round. Uh, okay, where are we going?
Okay.
Greedy Mexico. So now I like
Yeah.
Colombia a lot, right?
And yeah, that's the kind of play when you take Colombia here, you get that can cover next turn.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That was a very interesting early war. I'm excited to see where this game goes. Uh, that's kind of an annoying hand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
Panama's.
Panama is not bad. Still a really low hand, but
Yeah.
I think Panama is a bit.
Yeah. And over on Frank's side, he doesn't have a lot of ops either. And it's going to have to give up Allende. Hmm. Sorry, no, I'm thinking wrong. He has Allende. He wants that. uh, we're gonna have to give up Marshall, maybe. What? How do you get out of this as Frank?
I don't know what he headline. here. I didn't see that. Okay, Sadat, right?
Portuguese. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Portuguese is
Okay,
really nice.
I missed that. Yeah. Uh, and then
Yeah, I guess he don't want to play Panama just to make Venezuela coup target.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
solid Africa Dom now
he-
for Frank. This makes sense. Sorry, I was all turned around there on whose hand I was looking at. Of course, Frank is the. Sorry, this is. That's a scary 8 VPs. So I guess
yeah,
he just
yeah,
takes
you have to take
Venezuela.
Venezuela. I mean,
Yeah, no time for South Africa. And now
mm,
Frank plays probably Warsaw into Brazil, right? I think I would like to put one into Egypt here as well.
yeah, Brazil or
Or
maybe
maybe
Mexico.
Mexico, yeah. Oh,
But so
so
OPEC,
many things you want to do.
I don't think OPEC is invented anyway. So
No, it won't be evented, but it's nice to have one in there for future Muslim revs or whatever. Like, just make it a little more difficult for Varen to get it.
so
Okay.
who is taking?
Yeah, and now you score that, right?
Yeah. Oh, Africa is not scored yet. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, there it goes. And for the first time in the game, Frank is in the VP lead. With Europe
Mm.
still to come, and I guess that makes it easier for Varen to play South African Unrest, and you space Fidel, right?
Mm. Mm. Wow, what a hand! I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah. But Frank has a tricky hand too, because he doesn't want to give up Formosan. He definitely doesn't want to give up Marshall, unless he does
Yeah.
but he doesn't have access to Turkey right now. So he can't even.
Yeah, but actually, he can have access to Turkey just event independent Reds at Romania.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about Frank has to give up Marshall. But yeah, of course,
All right.
Veron play Romanian and then Indy Reds.
Okay, so he's playing China or Marshall.
Yeah,
I think I prefer to play China here.
I think so too.
Avoiding Marshall.
I think Europe is too important here.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets the real line right
Okay.
away. That's brilliant. Okay. Uh, lucky for Veron, but I like it.
Yeah. I think I will never do that with that hand. I mean, I have so many options. I need to play something, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Um, but Veron also still needs to coup.
Yeah, I think Allende. Yes. Because you're going to bend it anyway. So,
Veron thought this was a trash hand. I think I'll agree. But uh but Frank didn't have a very easy hand to play either, so I mean he was I guess Portuguese Empire really helped there at the start,
yeah, it was really
and then
nice.
the zero coup. Without Portuguese, it would have been a tricky hand to play.
Yeah, I think now I play Allende and afterwards just try to place China in North Korea. Let's see if I can do something with OPEC. If not, just taking Argentina.
Would you? How do you feel about just playing Allende for ops here, putting it back in the
Uh,
deck for the late war?
I mean, it's not a car I want to see again anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not like
yeah,
it's so low.
yeah.
One, so I'm okay of just using it to get an extra hope and getting two instead of one, and eventually.
I guess if you could guarantee that your opponent gets it instead of you get it in the late war, it would be worth it. Okay, let's go. Okay, spreads out a little bit and goes into Greece. Okay, so now he's prepping for Marshall, and there's nothing Weiran can do about that.
Yeah, but it's still a 4 up card that you can use better than just to Philip, Greece, and Turkey.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, but you
it's a
have to.
saver for missile. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to have it.
Oh, I think he listened to you.
Okay, but Korea, yeah, yeah. But now you have no card to take it. Just Marshall, but
Yeah.
still.
Okay. And Weiran's gonna give up his mill-ops. I didn't even realize that North Korea wasn't overprotected here. Um, that's I don't want to call
Yeah,
it a
I think.
blunder, but I think at some point maybe Weiran could have overprotected there.
Yeah, Korea has not a single overprotected country
Yeah,
all over the map.
yeah.
So he's really efficient with his hope. Now he has, but
Yeah.
not because he did it.
Okay, and there's one. Oh,
Okay.
okay. And Frank keeps his Europe Dom here too. Here's a better hand, but is it too late? Gonna be grain sales, right? But then
Yeah,
what
I
do
think
you?
so.
Yeah, but what do you do? Yeah,
Wow.
Frank goes for
Central.
Central. Yeah, I guess you have no hope of getting in there anyway. So,
Yeah, still the factors around. So
and that lets you
wow.
pull South America. Oh wow.
Okay,
Oh, what do
after
you do
Turkey.
here? Oh no, just not enough. I mean, he needed a five, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that was never gonna, not never gonna happen, but that was unlikely to happen. Uh, but now if Frank coups Colombia, which I might do here, Che becomes
Yeah.
free, which is nice.
Yeah, and Puppet can go to Argentina. Maybe that was the plan to just empty it.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah. Okay. Where else do we play puppets into? Maybe Saudi, Argentina, and
I guess he's feeling Argentina, so there's no reason to not take it with South America in your hand.
oh, right, right, right. It's goddamn. I
Oh,
spacing. Okay,
okay, he's paid
interesting.
first. I think you.
I guess he didn't read the puppets. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like this.
Okay, so aggressive in Middle East.
I think now Frank has to take
Yeah,
Argentina.
I would be
Oh,
so
just
scared.
scoring. Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't know where's ABM or Ambras, so
Yeah. Or
it's a
Junta for
bit
that matter.
scary.
Yeah, all of the power cards, all of them are unseen. And when you think about it, space there is 4 VPs, which is what a South America Dom is worth as well. Um, but yeah, now we're giving up. The Europe Dom.
Ooh, that's strange.
No, that makes sense. It cancels both of those scorings. Doms.
Yeah,
Asia,
but
Asia and
still,
Europe. But I guess you're leaving Greece then, yeah. Tough choice.
I mean,
There's also
well,
arms race to consider.
I know the hands.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's
But okay, if Frank had Europe, do you think he'd headline that over Central? Or he no, here's what he would have scored that before he scored South America, right?
yeah,
He
or
scored,
Asia too, I think.
yeah, he would have scored either one of those before. So I think if you're Baron, you could deduce that he doesn't have either of those scorings, and you could safely arms race here. But I guess this is the more long-term thing, is trying to take these. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I like this. I like this. Still have time to take Turkey, Canada later. Okay, this makes Truman playable. That's a good point. I think maybe Weiran should overprotect Lao here.
Hmm.
What do you think? Or maybe arms race right now.
Well, with China card in your hand, maybe you're okay and just take Argentina. Yeah, that's right.
Laos seems really important here, though. Okay, now you missed your chance at arms race. But Shea's free now.
Yeah.
Do you think Frank is looking at eventing Muslims here? Can you
I
afford to
think so
event
because
Muslims?
I think he's trying to get the good timing to vent it because otherwise he just will use it to fill South America and try to get something else.
Laos is 6 VPs right now, though, for the Dom and for Southeast Asia scoring.
Hey.
Okay, showing a weak hand. Otherwise, you'd take Brazil back, right?
Mhm.
I guess you have to give up the Pope or OAS as well. I'd rather give up OAS here, I think.
Yeah.
And what do you think Weiran's plan for how I learned, or for Lone Gunman is? Is there a point in playing how I learned on AR7 and then drop Gunman?
Mm. Mm.
This could get really awkward.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I really don't know because DEFCON
Yeah,
5
yeah.
uh, with socialist government
Yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, Astronaut's still
Cra-
available, so
crazy
it's coming at some
crazy
point.
rolls. So okay, Chile.
There's also Cuban Missile Crisis could get you out of a gunman.
Yeah, I usually don't worry too much about Longaman USA. I mean, it it's always happened something to get rid of it. I
One
haven't
way or
seen
another,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's I haven't seen that kind of victory in years.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's becoming less and less common that you see it. Uh, so much has to go. But it's just because
I mean,
like the hand becomes really awkward when you have gunman in hand.
play like knows. If you are holding long gunman, you're reaching.
Okay, and now about that.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, okay. He has no access to edit, but still, yeah, he take back the access and take
Yeah,
back. I
but
mean, it's
look at a VOA headline here. Okay, we didn't get VOA,
yeah,
but that would
it's
have been
amazing.
nice. Yeah, and there's your.
I mean, Muslim was
That's
not
gonna.
bad, but I think it was not
Yeah,
really powerful to play your hand just around that event.
yeah.
And I think it was better just to play sub in South America.
When you had the scoring, you mean before the scoring went
Yeah,
off? Yeah.
yeah, when you
Okay,
have the scoring.
but what about my Lao idea? I still think Laos
Yeah,
is good there.
Lao seemed dangerous, but I think Weiran like to play always on the edge
I mean, it
during.
seems like I haven't seen a lot of his games. I've seen this one and I saw the All-Star game. But you're right. Everything is just on a knife's edge here for him. And I think what's going to happen here is Varen's going to play Junta and lower Defcon, right? And then I think Frank is going to flip Lao with flower power and going to get a big old juicy Asia scoring off.
Hmm.
Just knowing both hands, that's what I would expect is going to happen.
Yeah,
That's
but
easy to say, but yeah. Oh, and we weren't even looking at Frank's headline here, but yeah, headlining defectors makes the most sense in this pretty awkward situation.
well, China. I think I would play China in the Weiran situation just to hold Axnot and long gun 7. And well, if Laos is flip, you still can flip. You're kind of safe there.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
oh
no, it's
wow,
not.
that is
Yeah.
different. That is. I liked your China card idea there, but this
Okay,
yeah,
special too.
this kind of
Makes
works. I
sense.
guess he's also fishing for I was going to say ABM or Brashford. He doesn't know that we still haven't. Junta is the only power card we've seen. Still. Oh,
Yeah.
big roll for Frank. That's huge, actually. Um, does Warren have access? And yeah, he has access to both Egypt and Iraq. Um,
Mm. Okay. Yeah, you need maybe one more in Egypt or China. Hmm.
two in Egypt, two in Iran. Okay. You know, I like that. Sometimes we don't like placing into Iran because of the late war card, but it doesn't always show up. And here I think it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Here it makes a lot of sense to place into Iran.
Hmm.
So you're gonna get at least one more country, right? Maybe even two. So you're gonna get that dom off. What card did Frank reach for? I missed it. Oh, he hasn't reached for card yet. Never mind. I think I've said it like 10 times now, but I think a lava flip here makes so much sense.
Yeah. By the way, with that hand, I mean, he has everything. He has shuttle, just in case. A lot of ops. So I guess he's not going for Laos now. Wow. Okay.
I think that Frank should sense that that's cultural rev. So do you play Nixon here?
Yeah. So sometimes,
No. Okay.
okay, spacing. So sometimes I like to do that, just play Nixon after China.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's better than play it before I'm giving 2 VPs.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering what's better.
Yeah. And besides, Weiran can just space cultural right now anyway. Um, no problems in this hand.
Yeah, just hold it for 7 and
Yeah.
get rid of it forever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Middle East. Makes sense.
Yeah. I think Frank has shown that he has a pretty weak hand as well. Not going to get the Asia off. 2 VPs. It's 2 VPs. That's nice. Going into turn 7 in this reshuffle. This is a volatile board. With South America might be a control soon, right? And but Africa might be a control too, unless
Wow,
Baron does that. That's a pretty
that's
bold
totally
move.
unexpected.
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay, just rely on me and lose your own influence.
yeah. But also with ABM and uh, oh
Okay.
wow, right?
Yeah. I think
That's
I would play one in South Africa instead of overprotecting Angola.
yeah. That was I probably would have missed that realign, but yeah, that was not an efficient play by Veron.
I
Uh,
mean, you're you're forcing to opponent to do that,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it can happen. It can fail, but you're still gambling. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Veron still needs his mill ops too. I guess you're going Colombia for mill ops, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that actually works out pretty
Mm.
well, doesn't it? Okay, and Frank's gonna hold on to 5-year plan, which makes sense with the board looking the way it's looking.
Realigning.
Ooh,
Okay. That's another classic.
yeah, 6-1 there. And what do you do now?
Yeah, I guess just doing Chile. One Mexico makes sense. Nope, no Chile. Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too. Just grabbing that Dom. Yeah, I like this. But
Mm-hmm.
oh, I think we're gonna see some fireworks because Frank is gonna get ABM and We Will Bury You, and Missile Envy's here.
Wow.
Holy moly, this is I don't even know what to say about this turn.
Yeah.
All three 4-ops, Voice of America, Missile Envy.
Okay,
This would
but
take this is when you spend like 5 minutes thinking about this headline and how this turn could go.
but
Uh,
all these China plays made that there is no reshuffle in 7.
Also, a good point. Although Tehran's probably going to get evented, right?
Yeah.
But we don't
That
know for exactly what cards.
I like those moments when you control when the reshuffle is
Yeah,
to
yeah.
happen. So
Okay,
wow. So he's getting we will bury you.
yeah.
So just try to reshuffle before BOA.
Yeah, and now what do you
Or
do?
after.
Oof, what do you do here with We Will Bury You? Do you,
Uh,
I think so. You have colonials. Yeah, I think I like this Brazil coup, and
okay.
Baron likes it too. It works out well when it's like that. Because I think we have a pretty decent chance here at a South America control with Junta, right?
Hmm. Okay, colonial makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. And that's an immediate Thailand flip threat. So,
That's it's the colonization.
oh,
The
right, right, right,
response.
right, right, right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, it's like we had shit hands for most of the mid war, and then both sides got pretty good hands here at the end. Uh, okay, so decall is just probably going to cancel that. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's the no you meme.
I like event or man here.
I guess if you event Arman, you find out exactly what your opponent has, right?
Yeah, okay.
I don't think there was a rush with that. Okay, brush war goes Argentina.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So now we're not going to get the South America control. Now what do you do with Junta though? Do you just place it into Argentina?
I
Or do you
think
hold
I
it?
think that's yeah, I hold it. I hold it.
But
That's the
that
moment that
but that means you have
you
to
want.
do you play cultural then? Space liberation, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Space liberation, play
No.
China, play cultural, and then hold Usuri and Junta. Or hold Arman into the late war. If we don't have a reshuffle, holding Arman can be strong too.
Okay.
Maybe. Hmm.
Usuri, yeah, one more there just to be annoying. Malaysia.
Yeah.
Two there, right?
I kind of
Nice.
like this. I mean, Frank can't really respond to this in an
Yeah.
efficient way. I'm not sure. Varen probably knows some of these cards and not all of them, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many cards are in the deck, but
Yeah, it can't be many. So he probably knows that there's Southeast Asia scoring, and then Yeah. Voice Summit. What else? What else haven't we seen? Probably something like Death Squads or those cards you forget about. Um, yeah, this is awkward for Frank.
Yeah, indeed. But
I guess what you could
that,
do, what you could do is just give up on Southeast Asia and 5 Year Planet. Say like, okay, you can have it. Um, I'm just gonna get rid
yeah,
of.
but still, that's a action round 6 nuclear subs. That's losing Africa.
That's true. Oh, and that makes Junta so powerful. Yeah, no, you can't do that. I
I
mean,
guess it has to
you
play.
have to give up nuclear subs anyway, but giving up nuke subs with
Okay,
Junta active is
okay, that's a insta China play.
yeah, yeah. But now, and I mean, now you have to 5 Year Plan Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah, you have to, but still,
Yeah, very forcing play here. Uh, I probably wouldn't have gone for that Usuri play, but looking at what happened here, it was a really good play. Uh,
mhm.
and maybe, hmm, I'm trying to think back on this turn. Was there an earlier time Frank could have played Southeast Asia?
Yeah, I think the problem was that Brush War, he played Brush War and keep with no respawn in the hand.
Oh, that's true. So you're
He
saying
maybe,
if you score Southeast Asia before the brush war,
yeah, or just space something. I mean, just hold. I like to event Brush War, but if I have no, I like to have it just in.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. But I guess you're never gonna flip Thailand like this if brush war is unseen and in your opponent's hand. So that would be an insurance against this play as well. Um, and now, yeah, we're gonna lose Africa too.
okay, so alignment first, just okay, that fair.
And now do you
So
Junta Brazil or sorry Junta Argentina?
I like to Arman Angola maybe first, just to avoid an extra alignment.
Oh, he's gonna
Oh,
do
okay,
that.
he's evented.
Oh,
Nice.
Salt was unseen and kitchen debates. Okay, so he did know some of the.
Okay, I guess he's going to get rid of it, everything, or
I
maybe
would keep IP War in
the
the
war.
deck, but yeah, get rid of
Uh,
Salt and UN, I think too. UN helps USSR more than it helps. Uh,
yeah, I will discard the war just because flower power, because I'm so coward.
no, I'll keep it in. I mean, you can
It's going to fail anyway.
one in three to flip Asia here is pretty
Yeah,
big. Okay. Is he going to continue realigning or is it you know
or
that
maybe,
Angola's going to get cooed here, right? So
yeah, you can maybe place two in Argentina here. Mm. I like Argentina more because it it protect Angola.
yeah,
Or if he coops, you take Dom
yeah.
in South America. I mean, Middle East is not like a great threat.
Okay, now here's a hand.
Okay, Soviet shot.
Wow. Is this one of those situations where you don't headline grain sales? I always think
Uh,
whenever I see grain sales, I'm like, why wouldn't I headline this? But Soviet shoot down Cal is pretty nice here, isn't it?
yeah, especially because you get out of
You get out of war
war
games
games,
too,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not often you don't want to headline grain sales, but this is uh, one of those situations. If
Frank
you're,
Han is amazing. Oh my god. Peck Suez, Marine. That's not decal again.
yeah,
I think he got decal 3 times.
yeah, you got three. No, two.
That's two,
The
right?
first one was Variance in turn one. Oh, and you're gonna get to protect Thailand too from the flip. So this is
Right.
okay. Oh, you gotta put two in Thailand. You gotta put two in
Yeah.
Thailand. Is he gonna see it?
Okay. So no overprotecting. Maybe he preferred to have the China card. No.
With Asia in hand? No, no. Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay, setting
Okay.
up an Asia Dom makes sense, but oh man, I want to ask Veyron if this was he hasn't committed yet, so maybe he's gonna see it. But I think I would put two in Thailand here. Oh, okay, but if you're Frank, you flip it here, right? You flip Thailand.
Mm,
I guess you could also flip Nigeria though. It's like which one do you
why?
want more?
I'm not sure if I believe in if I flip Thailand here. I mean,
Thinking about country
I
count or
yeah, but what? Why do I need a USS? I need to avoid more than try to score region. Just try to avoid the US player to score something. So I think
yeah, yeah.
Africa is better here because it's a swing actually, and Africa is tied and it will be still tied. So I like to. Okay,
What? What?
no. Okay, he really likes Middle East.
He's thinking OPEC VPs as well.
Yeah,
But I think one into Nigeria there
yeah.
is
Flip
a
Nigeria.
yeah.
It's
And there's no rush with Middle East. You control OPEC, so
it's a really nice swing there.
yeah. Maybe he's thinking also he needs a coup target, so he'll coup Saharan states and then try to realign. But
Yeah, but still, that's more rolls.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
that's and you never know what's going to die. Okay, yeah. So
And we haven't talked about where on hand cutting the hand size here either. But after grain sales, do terrorism event as well? Because it
I
depends what
I
you
I
get.
I never sure about terrorism. I
Yeah,
mean, when
yeah.
it's too late in the turn, sometimes. Uh,
I
and if
like
he
I
has Africa or he has Central,
yeah. I like to do it when opponent has spaced already. If they haven't spaced, I don't want to do it because then I figured there's a bigger chance that they have something that they want to get rid of. If that makes sense.
yeah, that or maybe with North Sea oil or I know something I like with terrorism is just try to
Okay.
go. Okay, so I think this is just something personal with Middle East.
I mean, it makes sense to grab a country for Dom because you don't have Syria, so it's one more and then OPEC. But okay,
Yeah. Yeah, if I were ranked here, I would be more game. I mean, when
Yeah,
someone takes
yeah.
mm, okay, so not overprotect Angola. Mm, wow, China.
Yeah, just flip Angola. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was cheaper before with glass, not? But
Yeah.
still, okay.
It's big four. And now you're looking at the
Yeah,
board and you're like, okay, how does Weiran get out of War Games range now? Really only Central or an African coup. Uh, but hmm, who, we haven't talked about East European unrest either, but that's a nasty AR7 play.
mhm.
That's gonna hurt.
I guess I guess he'll space liberation can and
Yeah,
around this European.
yeah. But we're we're gonna be in turn 9 soon, and Frank has a 9 VP lead. So you start looking at this and you're like, okay, how does Weiran turn this around? All of the power cards went on turn 7, so they're not coming back. So you need something.
Yeah,
Maybe like tear down coup of Italy or something like that. Okay.
yeah. Well, Africa is the real problem here because with
Yeah.
Central and South America, the, you, you can flip APPs in the final
Yeah.
scoring,
Okay.
and
Happy to
especially with this hand.
see War Games. Oh, and
So
look at
my
Frank's
God,
hand. Okay. Very quick reformer there, I think. I don't see why you wouldn't do reformer. But getting purged with this hand is kind of nasty.
yeah. Okay, and he got the war, so let's see if it's worth it to keep it.
And did do I remember correctly? Did Warren get Junta on turn 6 and he's held it till turn 9?
I think so. I think he's always. I was just thinking about that. He's holding Huntang all the time because he's saying that's the really nice headline for next time, but I
Yeah,
always
but then
get
he
something better.
keeps getting better headlines. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, purge is just brutal here. The only reason you wouldn't purge here is if you thought that you could hold it to turn 10 maybe, but I don't think you I think it'll be
Yeah,
tough
with
to.
Aldrich and Nong, I wouldn't hold anything.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt for Frank though. Uh,
Yeah, he has 2 events still, but 3 events
yeah.
with headline too.
Yeah, now Africa is very red.
Yeah,
And what can we do about this? Okay, what do you do with voice here? What do you do? I don't know. This is also awkward. And both Muslim and Sakabs could get canceled. but
Yeah,
you don't know. So what do you do with
I
them?
mean, y- you want to play all your cards
Yeah, yeah,
as the last one. So
yeah. So
uh,
I'm thinking war games into France here, and then
yeah, that's safer. Wow. Okay, it makes sense because French can do not
yeah,
cancel long, but it does.
yeah, an opponent's purged anyway, but hmm. Oh boy. I wouldn't know how to play this. I
Mm.
I feel like we're so far behind. Maybe we're not so far behind, but I feel like we're so far behind that I would want to hold on to Voice of America and try to play it turn 10 AR7. What do you think? Is it
Yeah, but
is that
I
possible?
don't.
It feels hard to get that to happen.
Mm. It's not a bad idea, but how do you hold it? I mean, you have to play.
I think
Like,
you give up Chainsaw Govs and Space Muslims.
yeah.
Or
Well, Muslim.
you wait to see if you get AWACS or it's a big realign.
Okay, trying the event.
Oh.
Ah, I saw. I said
You did
just
say it.
discard that one too.
Yeah,
It's useless.
I remember you saying it. Uh, and now we're gonna get Africa control here, if we're frank, which is
Yeah, one thing I like to discard all this kind of card with them. I like to have DEFCON option as USA.
yeah.
So no in the pack war is maybe tear down or I don't know. So Africa looks really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's hard to see a Veyron win that's not DEF CON here. And what are the DEF CON options? There's duck and cover and tear down are the only ones, right?
Well, Chernobyl and realignment, but still the Pope is not there. So okay, makes sense.
Oh, but there's no hand cutters left for blues. 5-year plan's gone, grain sales is gone, terrorism's gone. So you can't cut the hand size. So I think DEF CON's not gonna happen, right? Anyway, Veyron played VOA now,
Mhm.
which we didn't even say.
Yeah.
This, I guess, we hold on to both Muslim and Sakabs, or hold one of them to see if they get canceled next turn. But take Chile here, or do you take Argentina?
Hey, I like Argentina.
Yeah, yeah. And Junta's still known, right? Just okay. Finally, we play Junta.
Yeah, I will check my tracking again. Is Hunter all this time?
But what do you even do with Junta here? I feel like it's weak to play it. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
oh, but you can't play any of the others.
try to rely
Um,
at 0.
oh, this is
Oh
yeah.
my god. Now it's -1. Yes,
Yeah,
Venezuela maybe is
yeah,
wow. Oh, that's crazy.
yeah.
Okay, that's the best
But
that can happen.
yeah, I think Weiran is feeling that he's behind here and needs one of these things to really go his way, and they're not. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this VOA. I think maybe VOA could have been held until turn 10 AR7. I mean, Aldrich is the only problem, right? So,
Mm.
and that, I mean, giving up Che here is so painful. This is
Yeah. Um, when you're holding Muslim, so good.
yeah.
And he
I think I would
doesn't
have
even
spaced
have
off
the
him.
cards in the
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Okay, that's make Muslim easier to play.
Yeah, but I mean, you should space one of them, right? Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's like an empty card. It's
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
remove four, you place four.
Yeah. I guess maybe he's thinking that he can take Argentina and Egypt now, right? Or can he cancel Europe? No, he can't.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
this is so awkward. I'm not gonna say that I would have played this better, but I would have played it differently. You know? Uh,
Yep. And when you play Muslim instead of space socialist, you get access to Saudis.
yeah, of course.
That's something you will remember. It will be the opposite. You will
Yeah.
get the toucher.
Okay. Um,
Okay, just trying to forever stack here. That's,
yeah, I think I would have liked Missile Envy better. Steal the coup and then see if you can bear trap mid-turn instead. Frank is super happy to see Fidel here. Oh, yeah. Oh, and of course he had a headline peak. He had headline peak.
okay, he's out, so you
Yeah,
have to take Egypt.
and also he used special relationship to get out, so you know there's no problems in Frank's hand.
Yeah. What
This is
else?
very discouraging. I mean, it's a nice hand that Weiran has, but it's too late, I think. Um, I guess brush war on Italy is nice, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
now Frank is going to take South Africa, and there's nothing you can do about that dom or control. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, I guess Rashford has to be in Libya, but still, okay, no red.
oh,
Wow.
okay, just gives up. Uh,
Yeah.
Reasonable, I guess. Uh, There's nothing to do here.
Yeah. Well, you can still keep playing Password, Lebanon, but you're 11 points behind and Africa control. So
Yeah. I guess the
you need to go away.
miracle would be like a coup of Saharan states and then a realignment of Algeria, or then he still just walks back in. So uh,
But it was a really interesting game. I like how play both. I
yeah,
mean, I think I would play maybe a little bit more times,
I'm sorry, a little bit more what?
more conservative.
Yeah, yeah,
But it was a little. I mean, that Angola flip that way maybe too risky.
yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, I think Varen obviously number one in the world right now by ITSR. If there's something I've learned watching this game, it's that he plays yeah, a bit risky, and maybe that pays off for him. Super good game. Really excited to see such high level play from two of the best players around. Uh, Frank comes out on top in this one, and I'm in their division, and I'm like scared of my opponents, even though I played all of them. There's six of us who are all trying to make the playoffs. And tough division. Frank creeps closer to playoff spot. Weiran, I think, has already secured a playoff spot. But yeah, exciting game. Exciting to have it on ARZ. If you have a game that you'd like to see on ARZ or coming up, let me know, because we're always looking for more games. Jarib, thank you so much for joining me today. Are you going
yeah,
to come
thank you.
cast more games with us again?
Sure, I love it.
When we have time, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
I have,
thank,
I have.
Thanks to Weiran for sending this game in after I asked for games, and thanks to Frank for putting his game on YouTube. I don't know if you've watched it there already. I should maybe have said that at the beginning, that this game is on Frank's YouTube, but I downloaded the game from him and stole his hand. But so for now, I think we'll let this one go. And any closing thoughts other than overprotect Angola?
Yeah. Well, I won't say anything more about Angola, but I prefer to remind those worst turns that were so amazing played by both players.
Yeah.
Always with Defcon High is
Yeah.
interesting. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's early war was, I think, might be worth it to go back and look at this early war again. Not in this cast, but it was really interesting, different play from both players. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks to Veyron for sending it in, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I heard a young father, a very prominent young man in the entertainment world, addressing a tremendous gathering in California. It was during the time of the Cold War, and communism and our own way of life were very much on people's minds, and he was speaking to that subject. And suddenly, though, I heard him say, "I love my little girls more than anything," and I said to myself, "Oh no, don't, you can't, don't say that." But I had underestimated him. He went on, "I would rather see my little girls die now, still believing in God, than have them grow up under communism and one day die no longer believing in God." and thereby remove yourself from the struggle between right and wrong.